Hey guys, welcome back to a wet Sunday afternoon. It's raining out there today. You can see I've moved the wall off the desk here, and I've replaced it with the two 110 scale gates I've been working on. The clamps are holding little slats of wood over two hinges, and those hinges are going to hinge up to the wall, so the gates will be able to open and close on the hinges. Might add a little wheel on the bottom of each of the side of the gates, so when it does open and close, it kind of rolls as well. That seems pretty common in these kind of big gates. This would be about 2-3 meter long gate, probably about 2 meter on either side, good 4 meter wide gate. But yeah, now and again I'm just moving the hinges here to so when the Gorilla Glue is drying with them, they don't lock up. I just use the little screwdriver to move them as the glue's drying, and that way the hinge is going to keep opening and closing rather than stick with the glue. But yeah, this is a bit tidy now. The brick walls in the shed, and I've just started installing it with a wooden frame structure around it at the back of it for some lighting, and also at the front of it for laying the base for the floor, which I'm going to cement over and build a little sewage system in. This room's also cleared up a little as well. My e-bike there I've stripped down. I'm going to use the parts of the e-bike itself to start working on a tunnel boring machine soon, over the next 6 months, 12 months, which is kind of soon to me. And I'm going to use the batteries out of it, 512 volt 33 amp hour lithium ion batteries, some beautiful batteries from China, and I'm going to use them in a more traditional pedal bike looking e-bike, and that way I won't have issues with the UK law due to EU directives and random stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I'll leave in the link in the description below for the hinges, and also for the bike I'm interested in, some cool Fat Boy tyre wheels on them these days. And as you can see, I've moved the um, shredder into the corner there from one side to the other, so that's nicely out the way. So yeah, let's take these gates. It should be drying soon, and just nip out. I just opened up, guys, and you can see the little monitor behind me giving an idea of the view of what you guys are seeing. And to the right here, you can see that I've started to install the framework. That's just going to sit behind the brick wall that I've put there. So just before I show you the front of the wall, I just thought I'd show you this wooden framework that's holding it up from the back, giving it a bit of support. I've put some wooden slats that were offcuts from the scale pallet process making down there, and I've screwed them onto the board below. I've run that little plank across the two sets. I'll have to put another block of them underneath there. And I wanted the LED strip lights to stretch out nice at different heights to match where I'm going to be putting the bulbs in here, which are going to be run off this as a dim switch. But also this wooden structure keeps the brickwork from rocking backwards, and yet at the same time, if I do ever want to take the bricks off, it won't be attached to it, and I should just be able to lift it up and crack the edge of the cement running along the bottom of the wall. It should be very thin, about 2 mm thick. So yeah, I just wanted to show you the back of this wall, and there's the courtyard from this angle. You can see how I've put down the pipes here for the kind of general layout of the guttering system I'm going to be building into the floor. And you can see a load of blocks there ready to be cut in slats here. And on the left really there's 1 mm thick slats, which will be for say 112, 114, even 116 scale pallets, because they'll be thinner wood due to the scaling. And on this side there's some slats for 110 scale pallets, as because I could do with some more of those. So they are in the making, but I'm gonna jump on there in a second. You can see here I've left the sand and the cement and the water ready to do some cementing. And perhaps I could show you from this angle. You could see how the wall is now in place. And I've banged a 100-watt bulb on there, quite bright, just so I can really see what I'm doing while I'm building this thing. And yeah, I've placed the wall and tried to get it as level as possible. And you can see as well on the planks underneath, I've screwed those down to the board below, and they're just raising it off the plank, but the board, say about an inch, and that's to allow for the cement and any water that comes off the water system that I'm going to install to run from the wall slightly downhill towards the drain system there. And also these little wooden planks on the front have took up where that space was at the bottom of the metal to provide it some support from rocking forward. And also, I'm falling up, trying to fall over on this piece, thankfully, as well. This corner here, that corner stops it from trying to rock forward. I'm just going to trim that metal off, or perhaps bend it backwards on itself when I put the pier caps on top. And you can also see where I've started to just place the gates ready for bricking in there, gluing in even, and putting bricks around the top. It would be nice actually. Jack's teller also mentioned it was a really good idea. Perhaps if I could get some kind of metal cutout to put over the top of from this wall, stretching over to the other side of the wall, which will be running off to the bottom down there. And I wanted to hide the warehouse as a kind of dog meat factory, so it looks like from the outside at the distance, oh look, it's a dog meat factory, yet when you get up close it's a bit shiftier. There's military presence and the rest of it. There's going to be barbed wire coming off the top of that wall onto that gate. So yeah, from this side it's not looking too bad. Sorry, it's just kind of warm in here is all due to the bulbing, and it's quite warm day outside. And also, let's jump on the other side and give you an idea of what it looks like from that side looking at the wall. And we'll mix up a quick batch of cement, and I'll place it down probably in the first inch or so from the wall, and you can get an idea of what it'll look like at the end. So yeah, so far so good. Show you the other side. So here we're seeing the long view, like if our back was to where the wall of the warehouse would be, and we held the camera about 4.5 foot, 5 foot high from the cement floor. This is kind of the view you would get, stretching off down there towards the gate. I'm actually quite happy here. It does actually feel like there's quite a length stretching off. It feels like the distance has kind of been distorted from the reality of the actual length of the piece. So that is very promising for all the scales matching up, and to get some good video down the line later on when I start doing some episodes and stuff. So yeah, the next job I think is to put some cement down on the floor, and it might just give you guys an idea of what it'll look like when the courtyard's kind of done and all the floor's been levelled off and the guttering system's in and green screens in the background and behind this wall here, and some imagery of maybe the distance, and everything else going on. So yeah, hoping you're enjoying the build of this, and you like the textures on this thing. I'll just do a quick batch of cement, and guys can get a general idea of what it'll look like. Here guys, I'm mixing 12 spoons of grout and mix with 4 spoons of cement and 3 spoons of sand, giving a rough ratio of 65% grout and mix to 15% sand and 20% cement. Added a small amount of water, not particularly too much on this one as it didn't need to go into the syringe. Just enough so the density will allow me to spread it nice, but it's still quite thick and hopefully it'll dry pretty solid. But it does look quite mixed and the colour's right there. So I'm starting in the top right here, working towards the camera, laying down a couple of millimeters thick of with the spoon here, aiming slightly to get downwards angle coming towards the sewer system, and then just gonna go over this with a wooden slat, which will give me a bit more leveling and it should look a bit better. Dude, Mac Plastering, where are you today? You'd be brilliant at this. Yeah, man, this is as best as I could get, guys. The gradient's not too bad. I'm not too unhappy because at 2 millimeter thick it should dry nice. I can build on top of that over the week. So keep an eye out. Next update will be this weekend likely. I'll see what I can get done over the week. As always, guys, big thank you for your input and thanks for tuning in.